So today I was thinking about making mistakes. I know I've made plenty over the years and I continue to make them because I'm not perfect and I don't ever expect to be. There's always going to be some thing, I guess, that's going to get in the way, or there might be some challenge or some story or belief that comes up that prevents me from doing something how it should be, or you get it wrong. But the thing is, and here's what I've been thinking about, is do you ever admit to your mistakes? I see so many people trying to change the world without getting their own shit together first, but without doing anything about themselves, and yet try and do everything else. It's an incongruence. There's that word again. There's no balance to it. The thing is, before you get to change the world and do something big with your life, you've got to change yourself first. But here's the thing. Most people are afraid to admit making mistakes. I know I've been. Reason? Because it's always the fact that they're afraid of being judged or excluded in some way, or how someone else might think of them as a result of the mistake they made. That means they don't admit to them. It means to own a mistake, you have to admit responsibility for it. But in today's blame culture, most people hide away. They will blame something or somebody else for the same thing. They're scared of what people might think or say. In my experience, hiding away and blaming someone else takes your power away to control or influence that outcome. Because if you give that power to somebody else by giving them the blame, you think it absolves you, but it doesn't. It takes your power away, so you can't do something about it, so you're not in control of your own life. How crap is that? So I invite you to do the following, but it takes courage. I'm talking about cleansing the self. Because when you start turning inside and looking at what stories and reasons and excuses why you're not moving forwards or blaming somebody else, by starting this cleanse, you've got to be ready for the reactions. You've got to be ready for the stories and scripts playing out, that ego that kicks off. So I always suggest everybody start with the thing that is the most difficult for everybody, or they feel it's the most difficult and challenge, is cleansing the palate, what you eat. But not just about what you eat, it's about what you ingest through your senses as well, what you watch on TV, what you listen to, what you're pushing in constantly in your head influences your behavior. So cleansing the self, getting it cleaner, getting it right. Because as soon as you start doing that, all kinds of shit comes out because you get exposed to it. So by cleansing yourself starts with announcing your mistakes. Do the very thing you're afraid of. Because when you start taking responsibility and ownership for them, it brings light to them. It exposes them. Once you get them out there, you're speaking your truth. And when you speak your truth, it's undeniable. And when you announce them, it gets rid of them out of these cold, dark corners in the depth of your mind, that insidiousness, if you like, where it just hangs around, festering, and then that thought process is keeping you stuck. It takes patience. But the longer you do it, the more you cleanse yourself, the more you take back responsibility and power for your life. Once you announce it, it makes all the difference, because you can't retract it. All you can do is admit your mistakes and be big about it. Take responsibility for it, take your power back, and then move forwards.